You might feel like I owe you an explanation, and so that's why I wanted to make this video. If you haven't heard, ZappyChat is now part of the Closebot family, and I'll give you some context into why I did this and how it all came to be. But I guess first I want to say thanks for even caring or wanting to know why I do what I do. It's been a long journey, and hopefully I've been pretty public about this, but a couple of things that I say pretty frequently is that my big why is I want to raise kind and confident kids who want to spend time with me when they no longer have to. I organize my day around this. My team knows this. Customers know this. I am proof positive that you can win professionally and be famous in your own home. And that's the secondary piece of this is I want to help you do the same. I want to help you win professionally and be famous in your own home. And this is largely because when I first started doing business and freelancing, I was trading time for money. And even when I was winning, it felt like a text message could ruin an entire day. It felt like business entrepreneurship was very fragile, not only financially, but definitely emotionally and relationally. And it felt like I was constantly trading the things that I would value later in life for the things that felt urgent now, like being able to pay the rent or the mortgage or whatever it might be. And so it wasn't until I became a father in 2020 when I kind of got over my selflessness or my fears to do what I know I needed to do. And it was in that season when we launched ZappyChat. Literally, it was like, I was like, we have this cool technology we built. I think it'd be useful for other folks that aren't shut down in California. And it turns out it was. And it's been really cool to see all of the ways that it's been deployed, the meaningful impact that it's had in your business or the businesses of those that it's being deployed from, so for agencies or resellers. And it's been super cool just to experience the collaboration. It's been humbling, honestly, that so many people would trust us in this way, as well as the team that's come alongside and really built this thing. Because honestly, I've been a absentee owner in so many ways, mostly because multitasking is a lie. You got to have one focus, and I'm so people driven that the organization and the companies we have that have more people end up getting my bigger energy and attention. And so ironically, that's where I spend most of my time in my day is serving the team and trying to craft really great solutions on the people side of stuff. But we've been very fortunate that we've had a faithful operator in there, and many of you have known him. But about the last year or so, I could sense he was burning out. Business is hard, entrepreneurship is hard, and the same things that everybody faces, he was facing. You're challenged to grow beyond yourself. You feel like your own personal growth becomes the limiter of the business. And much like parenting, it's like one day you figure it out, you feel like you're doing well, and then the kid changes. Your child changes, and you're like, I'm relearning. How do I do this well again? And it's exhausting. It's just honestly exhausting. And so, more recently, he decided to step down from his director role, moved on. He's still figuring out what he wants to do next, but probably not something digital. Just wanted a different pace. And so in that, it was already kind of clear to me that like what we needed for the next phase, we did not have. And now here we were trying to figure out like, what does that look like? What is the best possible solution for everybody involved? And so in the last year, in that same season, I was fortunate enough to meet Bryce. And, I never know what to expect from another entrepreneur, and especially one that kind of comes onto the space almost as a competitor, because endurance is hard. Crafting lasting solutions is difficult and requires growing beyond yourself. But I was really kind of struck by Bryce and by Laura, and my first thought was like, man, how do I hire this guy? How do I bring him onto the team? But it was clear, they have a strong partnership and a big vision for where they're going. And so we just kind of stayed in touch, and it was just a really good association, good friendship there. And in this transition for us, I kind of recircled back to see what could possibly be here. Is there a way to facilitate just a win for everybody involved? And so I get to be clear from my side, like there's two ways that the business finishes. You sell or it dies. And this honestly feels surreal to have something that I started, come full circle, at least for me. The cool part about this is I and our focus as a company, but definitely my conviction is I'm deeply concerned about the story that I'm telling my great grandkids, and so I wanted to do this in a way where it maximized the wins for our customers, for our community, and so you get the best of all worlds possible, and I really feel like we've been able to honor any and all commitments that we've ever made, even in this. And so for me, I'm not going to be actively involved, but I likely will be passively involved just because I like Bryce, I like the team, and I'm living and doing this in the day-to-day. So we'll be able to transition systems that we were using with ZappyChat internally for other businesses, and now we're going to be using CloseBot. And so that's really cool and exciting. And also I've gotten to just get a tease and see all that they're creating, and such a big vision, and he is absolutely committed to going far and doing it together. They've got an incredible team behind them, and they are just really committed to doing the people side of it really well. And so for me, that gives me a ton of confidence. I feel great about this, and it's kind of cool too that I get to pioneer in a way what this looks like, continue to just grow as a human being, as a business owner, and as a father. And so if there's any way that I can help and support you, I'm committed with the in this sort of season, even if it's just like mental energy shift, to do a better job of documenting. So if you want to stay along for the journey of what's next or what it looks like, this is the right place to do that. But I just want to end by saying thank you, grateful for you. I'm committed that this transition is going to be a super positive one. Everybody's going to benefit from it, and I really feel fortunate and blessed that was able to happen in a way where it felt like a true, as Michael Scott would say, a win-win-win-win for everybody involved. And so looking forward to what's next, all the announcements, all of the releases, and just continuing to serve and help you in the game of winning professionally, and maybe more meaningfully spending that margin, that time freedom, that leverage with the people who matter most to you. So I thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.